What color is your kitty? Back in the old days, the first domesticated descendants of wildcats would probably have just been ordinary-looking, light brown tabbies. But once they got used to living with humans and no longer had to rely on camouflage to avoid being eaten or to catch their next meal, more interesting colors and patterns started popping up. But what does your cat's coat color mean? Is it just pure decoration? Or could it tell you something about your kitty's personality? In this video, we're going to be looking at what your cat's coat color can tell you about their character, and also how loyal and attached to you they are. But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our feline-loving community for more tips and tricks on how to care for your kitty? Is there any scientific evidence? There is no solid evidence that the color of a cat's coat can tell you anything about their personality, any more than there is evidence to suggest that a person's hair color can. But this hasn't stopped some people from making connections between the two. In 2022, UC Davis did a study where they surveyed cat owners, asking them to fill out a personality quiz on behalf of their cat. Owners were more likely to report specific personality traits in their cat depending on the color of their coats. We're now going to look at some of the traits associated with different coat colors. Let us know in the comments how accurate this is for your cat. Black cats. Black cats are most famously associated with witchcraft, but there's nothing scary about these precious little void babies. The owners of black cats are more likely to describe their kitties as friendly and inquisitive. White cats. White cats are, fittingly, the opposite of their black siblings, being often described as shy and slow to warm up to new people. While black cats are more active, white cats are more calm and reserved. Once the affection of a white cat has been earned, however, they will be just as loving as any other. Interestingly, there might actually be a scientific basis for white cats being shyer and less curious. The gene that results in the prized combination of white fur and blue eyes in a cat is tied to another gene that can cause deafness. 2 out of every 10 white cats without any blue eyes will be born deaf, and 4 out of every 10 with 1 blue eye. A litter of 10 white kittens with all blue eyes would be lucky to have as many as 2 members who can hear. Potentially, this could explain why they are more timid. They have to be careful, because they have fewer ways to sense out danger. Ginger cats. Ginger cats have always been popular, but recently had a pretty major moment thanks to the internet darling Jorts, the cat who went viral on Reddit in 2021 for being dumb, friendly, and unfortunately immune to his owner's colleagues' attempts to teach him to be smarter. Ginger or orange cats may get stereotyped as being dumb, but there's no evidence to suggest that they're actually not as smart as any other color of cat. The nicer stereotypes about these kitties are that they are friendly and confident. They are also typically male, with only 20% of solid ginger kitties being female. Calicos and tortoise shells. You might be wondering how to tell these two coat patterns apart. The difference is that a tortoiseshell cat has only 2 colors, usually red or ginger, and black, while a calico, sometimes referred to outside the US as a tortoiseshell and white, is, you guessed it, red, black, and white. One way to remember the difference is to know that calico is also a type of fabric made with cotton, which is white. These multicolored kitties are often stereotyped as having a temper. They're the divas of the cat world and are described by their owners as unwilling to put up with human ridiculousness. They're also frequently female. Only 1 in 3,000 tortoiseshell and calico kittens are male. Almost all of these individuals are sterile. But in 2017, a Maine Coon breeder entered Cowboy, a calico male, into a cat show and revealed that he was already the father of multiple kittens. Unfortunately, Cowboy's daring sense of fashion wasn't popular with the judges, and several shows have refused to allow him to compete. Possibly, this is one calico who has a reason to be mad. Tuxedo cats. Also known for their temper, albeit not as much as calicos and tortoise shells. But these adorably dapper little cats combine their hot tempers with high intelligence and playfulness. They might not be as formal as their choice of clothing might suggest, but their little suits certainly give them an element of charm. Tabby cats. Tabbies are the classic cats, the original, the one and only. This color pattern has been around since the beginning of cats, and it's still popular today. Tabbies are often described as playful, affectionate, and very social. A lot of great mousing cats have been tabbies. Blue cats. You might be disappointed to learn that these cats aren't members of some kind of bubblegum-colored cartoon cat breed. It's just a fancy word for grey. Solid grey cats are the kings and queens of the cat world. Calm and collected, with a distinct sense of their own dignity and importance. You heard the saying that a cat may look at a king. This is probably the color of the cat they were talking about. Silver and smoky cats. Smoky cats might look like they're just grey, but they're actually tuxedo cats in disguise. The smoky pattern is created when a cat's hairs are colored black at their tips and white at their roots. Silver cats, meanwhile, are the result of the smoky gene combining with the tabby gene, resulting in a slightly metallic sheen to the fur. These cats can share tuxedo and grey traits. Special colors. Although most coat colors are found in all kinds of cat, others are specific to certain breeds. Cats are bred for color and temperament, with specific breeds of cat being prone to certain personality traits. If your cat has any of the following coat colors or patterns, then the connection to their personality is less likely to be a coincidence. Rosettes. This is by far the rarest coat pattern, because it's not actually a pattern found in purely domestic cats. Rosettes are distinct to the Bengal breed, a breed that was originally created in the 1980s when enterprising breeders crossed domesticated cats with wild Asian leopard cats to create a hybrid breed. Modern Bengals are usually quite a few generations removed from their wild ancestors, but their unconventional heritage shows in their unusual confidence, independence, and curious nature. Pointed cats. You might think that any cat can be pointed, so long as they have their claws out, but points are actually the patches of color that appear on the face, ears, tail, and legs of otherwise white cats. This distinctive pattern is found in multiple breeds, including the Ragdoll, Burman, and Siamese. These breeds come with a pretty diverse range of personalities, but they do have some things in common. Pointed cat breeds tend to be vocal, people-oriented, and affectionate. Brown cats. Solid brown cats are surprisingly rare. The only existing breed that comes in exclusively brown is the Havana cat, which is a very loving but very private cat, known for picking one individual in a family group to be their favorite person. They are related to Oriental breeds like the Burmese and the Abyssinian, who also come in shades of brown. These cats are loud, independent, and very playful in nature, with a high level of intelligence. An up-and-coming brown breed is the York Chocolate Cat, which was first bred in 1983 from a single brown kitten born on a farm in New York, whose unusual coat color happened to get passed on to her own babies. The York Chocolate breed is still being developed, but is currently described as being affectionate, loyal, and eager for attention. Some even rarer coat colors that appear in cats are actually variants of the brown gene. The dusty, pale lilac color is the result of the brown gene, combining with a gene that causes loss of pigment. Amber. Only one breed of cat comes in this particular color: the magnificent Norwegian forest cat. Amber cats start off as deceptively plain-looking black, gray, or tabby kittens, but they possess a rare gene that causes the black pigment in their coats to gradually be replaced by yellow pigment, resulting in a warm, yellowy color, with patches of darker hairs. Amber tabbies, in particular, can be distinguished by the dark patches around their noses that make it look like they've been sniffing a coal mine. Norwegian forest cats are affectionate and loyal, but prone to laziness if not encouraged to play regularly. They are also the second biggest domestic cat breed, after the Maine Coon. Did you know that there are many things your cat wishes they could tell you? Check out this video to find out what your cat would say if they could only speak English.